rivals. This is Xonia, and you are in the zone. Today, we're going to be taking a look at our 4 new blood characters for this week, which are Nausicaa, Boomba, Ginnifer, and Ursula. Just a quick announcement again. Obviously, Pokemon Go has been taking over a large part of my game-playing life, and as such, I actually do not have a set script for today's, so if today sounds a little bit less scripted and polished as normal, I'm really sorry for that, but I still wanted to make sure to get this out for you guys today, even though I have been out chasing down lots of Pokemon. Went out and collected all of my Charmanders, got a Charizard this week, and also collected a whole bunch of Machops in order to get my Machamp. So I am in full swing for that and really enjoying the game. Kind of taking a bit of a break from playing on UR, but I still want to make sure that I get you guys these rundowns. So let's take a look at each of our new bloods. First up, we have Nausicaa, the 2-star rare from Roots. At 6'3", this puts her a little bit below average on power, a little bit above average on damage, and with an ability of Copy Op bonus, this is going to make her, I would say, many people would think that she would be fairly deadly, but in all honesty, I believe that Nausicaa here is not going to be quite as good as some other people think. Obviously, as far as damage goes, she's going to be one of the best to try and get some kind of 2-hit KO off with Roots. But the problem is that, at least as far as Roots is concerned, it's very difficult to get that 2-hit KO off in the clan. And so overall, I think you would actually benefit more, let's say, from a card like Tree Man, which would be a total of 4 life gap with the plus life as well. Another reason that Nausicaa is not going to be quite as good is because she has SOA instead of SOB as her bonus, she's actually just going to be tied with whatever the opponent is. So if the opponent has a higher power, then Nausicaa is basically not even going to be able to force the opponent to pill unless it's like the -8 attack min-3 clans. Otherwise, basically what you're going to be shooting for with a card like Nausicaa is to tie and force your opponent to pill at least one, maybe playing a few mind games to make them think maybe you've played 1 or 2 additional pills to get the damage off. So she will be able to tie you as far as everything goes there, but she is not going to be that easy to win a round with, which is a little bit disappointing. The cards she'll work best against are in clans like, say, Bangers, where most cards are actually 6 power, and with the Copy Out bonus and stopping their ability, it's going to put her on par with them. She's also going to be more of an actual defensive 2-star card because of her SOA. And so she's actually kind of like, I guess, a mini DR without the DR. So, at least as far as Roots is concerned, this will give them a little bit more attack power, but as to how well that will actually work out, we'll just have to see. Overall, this is a very beautiful card, but I think it kind of bothers me a little bit more that even though that this is a Studio Ghibli card, and I love the fact that it is, this is not Nausicaa. Nausicaa is a completely different story. This is actually the character from Mononoke Hime, Princess Mononoke. Anyway, it's fine. So it's a mix between the two, and that's great. But it may drive some of you who are a little bit more diehard Studio Ghibli fans a little bit crazy, maybe, for that. Anyway, I really like this card. I think it's pretty good, but as far as how great it's going to be, I think there are a lot of other 2-star cards that are actually going to be better, even though they're not rares. And so ultimately, I would say don't bet too much on her. I don't think her price is going to stay that high. Up next, we have Boomba, the common 2-star from La Junta. Obviously, this is based off of Pumbaa from, The Lion King. Little 2-star, common 2-star, and with Cancel Op Power modifier, this is actually a nice little card. However, I don't think he's going to be winning any prizes here for this. While it will help him out a lot with cards like, say, Spike. Oh man, now he goes toe-to-toe with Spike. And we do need to see more cards with Cancel Out Power modification. He's got a lot of really good competition to deal with in Lata. For example, Sabia in Monodex, or Tolliver, who's going to be almost as good with his 9 power. Boomba is not going to be able to overwhelm any other cards except for the ones that are really relying on the power modification. And even those that do are often power modification and attack manipulation. So a card like Herman, you're going to have to invest at least 6 pills into Boomba in order to beat Herman pill for pill. And you're not going to go that far in because Boomba's only going to be doing 4 damage. So while this card is very good in certain situations and will probably be a very good card for newer players who are trying to get into La Junta, I would not say that this card is going to be competitive or see a whole lot of play in a lot of areas. Overall, though, a very cute card, very good for beginners, and at 7-4, definitely not a bad card. Not really sure why all of this is still in French. Whatever. All right. All that aside, again, I would definitely give Boomba at least a try in your La Junta deck. He's a very nice little card for kind of that niche cancel op power modification, and even on the La Junta versus La Junta decks, he might actually work out pretty well because he'd be able to go toe-to-toe with Pillskin from his own clan. So again, he does have his niche uses, but overall, probably not your best 2-star option. In other words, I wouldn't invest too much in this card either. Up next, we have the 4-star uncommon Ginnifer from Jungo. Obviously, this is based off of, I believe her name was Jenny, the rabbit from Zootopia. I actually haven't seen the movie yet. But anyway, at 8-4 with defeat plus 3 life, this is essentially kind of like a new updated Neva. Neva is obviously courage-based, but Ginnifer is going to be doing 1 less instead of the -4 min 2. She has no min, she's a defeat plus 3 life, so 1 less kind of DR type thing going for her, but available on all rounds, and so we'll have to start deciding which one of those we think is actually better. Obviously, with Jungo's normal plus life, you might actually prefer Ginnifer overall. And Ginnifer will be able to be used much more offensively with a backup to her as well. So while a lot of people may not like her because she's got the defeat, and of course you don't normally want to defeat on your 4-star card, I actually don't think she's going to be that bad of a card in Jungo. However, Jungo has a lot of really good 4-star cards that she's going to have to compete with. For example, cards like Boomba or Dianzi. Now, a lot of them are banned, though, so that is going to give Ginnifer a shot at potentially seeing a little bit of play, at least. I would definitely give her a shot in your decks. She'll be a great card for new players as well who are looking to get into Jungo. And so overall, I think you'll really enjoy this card because she has that backup just in case she loses. And so for newer players who maybe aren't quite as good at calling the pills exactly or need that kind of loss built into their cards, this will be very good for those people who want to maybe play a little bit more riskily with Jungo. Anyway, this will be a really great fork card for Jungo as well. So look out for this card in the future. She may see a little bit of play, but again, don't expect her to be worth a fortune. She'll probably not be worth as much as Neva. And finally, we have the 4-star rare Ursula from Piranhas. Now this card, I think, has gotten a little bit of flack because it's only got 5 damage. It's 6-5 with the ability of -3 op power and damage, min 4. I think one of the big things here about Piranhas is that this is DR. We have been waiting for DR in Piranhas for forever. Even if you ignore everything else about her, she is 3 DR. Now, unfortunately, this is on a 4-star card, which isn't as great, but at least she's not like Cassiope. Cassiope is only on Reprisal, I believe, and Ursula is able to be used on all rounds. Now, one of the things I don't really understand about this card is why the min is 4. Now, obviously, I think it's because of the power, but when we have other cards like -2 min 1, isn't it 1 or is it 2, from a couple other real powerhouse cards, like what's her name? Now, there are a couple other cards that have the -2 op power and damage with a much lower min, and those make them very much more effective as a DR, whereas Ursula is kind of locking your opponent into only 4 damage, which means that she could even see some play in the T2 version of the Piranhas decks, because they are really lacking in that other kind of DR. They really only have Fisher right now, and so with Ursula coming in now, it looks like we may have a little bit more potential to throw a DR in there. Also, with the -3, it essentially makes her, if you added those 3 in, it's really like a 9-8, which is really good. and that's why I think this card is still going to be very dominant for the Piranhas. They also don't have a lot of really solid 4-star cards anyway, and so this card is definitely going to give you a chance to get that easy 5 damage in, I believe. And with a min 4 at her 6, that also puts her at a really, really good power advantage, and she's going to be able to get that against any card that is at 7 power that also does not have power manipulation. And so overall, I think Ursula is a very good card. She lacks in the damage department, but because she has that DR with her, I think she will definitely see play in some Piranhas decks. Now, we may end up seeing a much better version at some point in the future, because obviously we wanted, I think it would have been better if she was 6'6", but, you know, maybe that would have made her a little too broken, and so be it in that case. But overall, I believe this card is a lot better than some people will actually give it credit for. However, you're still going to have to be careful, and this is still going to require Piranhas to win 3 rounds, most likely, which is a bit of a shame, but c'est la vie, that's just how it has fallen. So overall, these are our 4 cards for this week. I really hope that you enjoyed this review. I'm sorry it wasn't quite as polished as the others, and so I'm going to head back in now and go ahead and try and spend my remaining credits in the shop. Okay guys, well, we're going to be opening up 4 more Mega New Bloods, and we're just going to see how things go. So we're looking again for any of the new cards, and of course, cards like Ymira. So let's see what our first Mega New Blood holds. PR Balthazar and Ymira! Oh my gosh! What an amazing first pack this week. Holy cow, guys. Wow, and Walkie. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just need a moment to process this. What an amazing pack. Oh. Okay, so we've got Walkie, PR Balthazar, Ymira, Sybil, Raoul, Daphne, and Carmine. Honestly, I'll just admit it, guys, I wasn't expecting to get another Ymira even out of all of the rest of the weeks that I did this, because she's just too good, you know, anyway. Okay, so we've got Walkie, first off. Again, Walkie, an amazing 4-star. I can't recommend her enough to people. I think you need to stock up on her, because she is going to be in a really amazing card for probably years to come. Even though she's Confidence, she is probably the best, one of the best, if not the best, Confidence card out there right now. And especially in a clan like Raptors, she's just going to tear apart most of your opponents. PR Balthazar, again, an amazing 5-star card, 8/6 with SOA. You want to get a hold of as many as him as possible as well. He's got a lot of competition in his clan, but because of the SOA, he's a little bit more steady. And so that can really catapult him into a position where people will actually want to play with him. Ymira, one of the most dominant cards right now, hands down. You already know it. You know, basically unstoppable for the most part. Almost completely unstoppable. Just absolutely crazy, and unlocks her ability from 3 stars. So she's also, you know, a semi-evo card. Just absolutely fantastic card. Get a hold of Ymira while you still can. And then Carmine as well, $7.99, not doing quite so hot anymore, but the Spiaggi replacement. Very good little DR, but never going to be quite as good as Spiaggi, but he does give that extra damage, which may make you want to use him over Spiaggi. Alright, I almost want to just call it quits there now, because, man, that was... It's almost like it's going to be all downhill from there. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and pull another one. Alright, let's go over our second pack. See what we get. Another 2 rare pack. Holy cow. Alright, we've got El Jaguar, Locke, Slayer, June, Gems, Diane, and Seaporks. Another awesome pack. Wow, this is great. 2 double rares in a row. That's crazy. Alright, so we got El Jaguar, again, amazing, -5, op damage, min 3, means that he's actually going to be useful with that low min. 6/7, I believe, and in Hurricane, just an absolutely dominant 5-star card that may even open up the T2 abilities for Hurricane as an amazing DR there. Locke, again, an extremely stable, amazing 5-star card. Again, I believe she's, 7/7 with copy op bonus. Just amazing Junks card. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful artwork as well. We got Slayer as well. Again, she's 9/4 with plus 9/4 plus 3 life. I think that's right. Anyway, 9 power cards, always really dominant, really great. So Slayer, really good. A lot of people love her or hate her, so she's kind of one of those cards that you're either really gonna like or really not gonna like. And then we got June as well. Fantastic, amazing 3-star card. 5/5 -3 power min 3, something like that. Like ridiculously low min. So a really fantastic little uncommon there as well. And then I guess we got our Sea Porks back as well. Oh man, those were 2 amazing packs in a row. What are we gonna do next? I mean, maybe we could hit one of these new rares. That would be the only way that this could get any better. I mean, unless I hit like another Ymira, but let's not hold our breath. Nausicaa! Wow, we did hit one of them. That's amazing. But obviously not the higher rare, but that's okay. Wow, that's fantastic. I cannot believe how lucky we have been this week. This has been amazing. All right, we've got Oogway, Diane, Flea, El Jaguar, Walkie, Sybil, and Nausicaa. Oogway, again, one of the largest damage options you have from a 2-star in Fangpai Clang, making him probably one of your better options, and with 8 power, going to be able to help him power over those attack manipulation clans, so very good little 2-star. El Jaguar we already talked about, Walkie we already talked about, and Nausicaa we just talked about earlier in the video. So again, not a bad 2-star, but probably a little more defensive than offensive, even though she's got that extra damage. So she's kind of got that kind of, I guess I would say like a random, it's not really easy to say what is actually going on here with her. I think she's got some conflicted desires within her of what she should actually be as far as a card. Should she be offensive or defensive? All right, and our last pack. Wow, what amazing packs this week. How fantastic has this been? Mim, great. All right, so not bad at all. We got another Mim, a great 2-star, one of the better ones now as well. What is it, copy? Is she copy op bonus? I don't even remember what she is now. Cancel op attack mod, and I think it's copy op bonus. No, I can't even remember. Anyway, but Mim, absolutely dominant 2-star card right now, 8/2, able to stop pretty much everything. She is just absolutely crazy, and so I think she's a card that you definitely are also going to want to get a hold of before she gets out of packs. Khan as well, kind of that 8/8 with his +2 damage. He's 8/6, 8/8 with his bonus, and then he has the defeat +3 life. Essentially, kind of the same card with 2 more damage as our new rabbit from this week, Ginnifer. But overall, as a 5-star, I think he works very well because nobody wants that 8/8 coming at them, and then to have the defeat as well means that you can very easily fork the opponent and make them wonder just exactly what you're doing. El Jaguar we already talked about. So those were our packs for this week, guys. So that was absolutely fantastic. I don't think I could have asked for better packs at all, and I certainly won't because that was amazing. So if you liked this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you really liked it, then don't forget to share it with your friends. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more of my Urban Rivals videos. This is Xonia, and you've been in the zone.